Welcome to the second part of our training on going through the new, updated, streamlined CES Entry and CES project within HMIS. As we changed our survey and moved the assessment from HMIS to Cognito, we wanted to go ahead and make some changes on the CES Entry as well. So what we're going to do today is going through what that looks like and the changes and kind of what we want to make sure gets filled out as we go through this process. So what we're going to do first is we're going to search for our client. We see that this person's already in HMIS, which is great. If they're not, obviously go ahead and build that HMIS profile first. What we're going to do is go to Entry Exit and then add Entry Exit. We're going to go to the search and we're going to look for MACH CES. We're going to hit search. And now this old MACH CES is what we have been using. What we're going to be using going forward is MACH CES 2026. This is our updated CES project. So anything you do once we start this new process is going to be in the MACH CES 26 project. So we're going to hit the plus sign and we'll see that it pops up right here. Remember that every new CES entry is a standard update. And we're going to set that time to 12 a.m. midnight. And this is for data purposes so that when we pull reports, we don't have any issues and we don't have anyone fall through the cracks. All right, so we're in our new CES project for 2026. And this is what our new CES entry looks like. So we have our information that already popped up. So what we're going to do is go right down the list. Even though everything can auto-populate from previous profiles, previous assessments, everything needs to be updated every time you go in with the profile. So we'll ask them the county of current location. It's still Richland County. County of last permanent address. Let's say it is Lexington. Yes or no? Did an agency or organization arrange transportation for you to travel here from another agency? We'll say yes. And then if they say yes, go ahead and ask them what agency or organization helped arrange their transportation to their new place. So let's say it was the Lexington Police Department. If someone does answer yes to this question, please go ahead and reach out to us here at United Way. You can email Brandy Ross or Tracy Scott. That's something that we're kind of trying to keep track of. So if you do come across a client that does say they've been transported to this county from somewhere else by an agency or organization, especially if they can name the organization that has, that would be great just to let us know. Up next is that case manager and client contact information. And again, we want to make sure that as much of that contact information goes in this profile so we have a place to reach out to for them when we make a housing match. Also, on a regular day, where's it easiest to find you and what time of day is easiest to do so. So let's say that they typically are down at Richland Library on assembly in the mornings. So again, that gives you just other options. If you try and call them, they don't answer the phone, but you look in their CES entry, they're at the library in the mornings, you can call down the social work office, you can head down there yourself and see if they're outside. Right here is our section for housing. Once you kind of start that process, all of that can be filled out there. Here, we're going to make sure that we have our interviewer name and agency for who's filling out the CES entry. We'll go through household type. So this is an individual, head of household, and yes or no to disabling condition. Next up, homeless or chronic information, so prior living situation. This is something that is going to auto-populate from old assessments, old CES entries, but we want to make sure that this gets updated every single time you do a CES entry, whether it's new or an update. Every time, if you're doing an update, it's been 45, 60 days since you've talked to them. So this information will have changed and it's important to keep it updated. So let's say they've been homeless now for a month or more, but less than 90 days. The approximate date that it started is still 10/20/2025. This is still their first time experiencing homelessness, but now it's been 2 months since they've experienced homelessness. yes or no to are they a survivor of domestic violence. If they say no, you don't have to answer these questions, but since they answered yes, we'll go through and ask if yes for survivor of domestic violence, when did this experience occur? And then if yes for survivor of domestic violence, are you currently fleeing? And then the last thing is going to be the assessment score. So again, we took that VI SPDAT out of the HMIS entry. And so now all we have to do is go in and add in the assessment date. So this is going to be the date that you did the assessment on. The assessment, let's say that they scored a 27. And then the start date, so the date that you're putting it into HMIS. And that's it. That is our new CES entry from beginning to end. So streamlined, but we want to make sure that because there's less to fill out, we want to make sure everything does get filled out. So thanks for joining us for this training session on what our new CES project looks like in HMIS. We hope this is easier, takes less time, but also gives more information for folks as they fill it out. Thank you.